What's up, Dragon Brood? Today we have a fun one because last night on the stream, everybody kind of got to decide what I got to do. And amazingly, everybody still loves mono black decks. However, we changed it up. We didn't go completely mono black, mono black. What the hell is happening? But it's because mostly everybody wanted to play Tergrid, so I figured why not? We'll find a way to play Tergrid, splash a little bit of white, and then we will turn it into an Orzhov Tergrid deck and see how that goes. And actually, it turns out it did pretty damn well, surprisingly, that we made it on the fly. But also, to be fair, it mostly looked like some of the versions we played from the last 2 seasons, so it wasn't that much of a surprise that the deck was actually solid. But it was kind of cool that it was still solid because it means people already have most of the parts for this, and it carries over to the next season. So that's pretty fantastic. But let's go take a look at the deck list and see how we do. And also, while I got your attention, before we get into the deck list, let's go ahead and remember to go to shop.ultrapro.com. Those are people that are awesome, and they support my content and the content of several other quality Magic content creators, as well as your local game store. And the cool part about the website is that if you find something you like, you can take down the name, the item number, and just contact your local game store and tell them what you want. They can order it for you. You can support them. They still make their money. Ultra Pro makes a sale. Everybody's happy. And Ultra Pro is in favor of that because, again, they support the local game store. So if you're going to be heading out into stores, because, you know, some of y'all just went to pre-release. Now you got some cards you need to sleeve up. You want to make some new decks. Get some Ultra Pro stuff. Check it out. shop.ultrapro.com. Now, that out of the way, let's take a look at this deck list over here. I was going to say, I almost couldn't even dig it up. All right, so we've got 4 Shambling Ghast. The reason we're playing this is, 1, it's removal. 2, it gives us mana so we can get to those more expensive spells. You know, maybe we get lucky, we block with it, maybe make a treasure starting on turn 2 or 3. We're doing bigger things, so we're going to see how that works out. Then we have 4 Acquisitions Expert because we're just focusing on the discard elements here. Same thing with Elder Fang Disciple. And again, these are cards I think if you've seen the other versions of this on my channel, you've probably seen most of these cards. Playing Humiliate. The +1/+1 is nice, but this is a discard spell that lets us kind of pick what we want to get out of the opponent's hand, especially if there's problematic stuff like a Planeswalker or something else that we just may not be able to deal with at that point in time. It's a good way to go get it, especially if it's like an artifact, because we don't have great ways to remove those. Then Inscription of Ruin. This is pretty versatile because it allows us multiple things. We're mostly going to be using it either to make them discard 2 or to kill a creature, but every once in a while we get the bonus value and get something back. Nighthawk Scavenger. I wanted to play 4, but I just couldn't find room. Maybe I can remove a removal card or something, but I wanted something else to also allow us to kind of just close the door and put things away, but additionally it can be used as removal against your opponent's other big things because it does have Death Touch. Then we have Soul Shatter, just another way to get rid of some things, deal with planeswalkers and whatnot. Now the games you see I don't think will actually have the Baleful Mastery in except for the very last one, because it's a change we made live on stream with everybody. So yeah, but there's 2 Baleful Masteries in here now. Skull Raid. This is a discard spell that later becomes a draw spell, so that's very good for us. So we definitely wanted that just as a way to possibly draw some cards later in the game, but it makes the opponent discard too. Then we're playing 1 Lolth because we have black mana, and Lolth's probably one of the best cards out of Forgotten Realms, so we're going with it. Tergrid, God of Fright, because this is what everybody wanted to play, so we're playing 3 of them. We could play 4, but the truth is, well, let me stop here for a second, because I think the problem is I've seen other people's Tergrid lists or lists that people submit and want help with, and ultimately they end up playing a lot of cards to try to take advantage of Tergrid. But the truth is, more often than not, we're actually going to be playing the Lantern more than we're playing Tergrid. And truthfully, the rest of the deck, sometimes you're just going to get the game done without even casting a Tergrid or a Lantern. So don't plan on having the Tergrid. The Tergrid is actually a bonus. Many times we're going to play the Lantern first, and then Tergrid on like turn 8, 9, 10, you know, something like that. It's just the way the game works out, and you want to be able to protect the Tergrid once you play it, and that becomes a little bit of a challenge sometimes. But overall, the card's still good, and we're still going to play it, and the Lantern actually gives you another way to kind of lead to the end of the game. And then we have Kaya, the Inexorable. We're already playing white, so I figured why not? You know, it could be a way that we could just cycle through our planeswalkers pretty regularly. And then 2, Professor Onyx. Kind of help us find some late game finishers, maybe go find another removal card, find another planeswalker. But most importantly, it is actually removal. And then even later in the game, if we have those discard spells that aren't doing anything because the opponent's hand's empty, well, we'll get to drain the opponent. At least they lose 2, you gain 2. So it does that for us. It keeps them from being wasted. And then land, we decided to go with a little bit of a snow package. We're playing 4 snow-covered plains, 2 Hive of the Eye Tyrant, 10 snow-covered swamp, 4 Bright Climb Pathway, and 3 Faceless Havens. And again, we just wanted some extra creatures to be able to fight with to try to end the game. I don't know, after the board was swept or something like that. But yeah, y'all know the drill. We're going to play some games, and at the end of the games, we're going to talk about what we would change about this list and give you some updates to help you battle people in the arena. And then don't forget, there's also a card spotlight where maybe you'll learn a little bit of something from the history of Magic. Yeah, we'll keep this. I mean, we might have a Shambling Gas that gets to do something he's not intending to do, which is get quite big. What is this? I've been seeing a lot of, like, control decks popping up the last couple days. Why is this a thing in Standard 22? Alright, I guess we go with this. Because that's the only thing that really matters to us. I mean, if they want to kill our Shambling Gas, sure. We'll just take a treasure. Then we'll make them discard 2. I'm surprised it even lets us choose. There's no target. Let's just save time and give me the treasure. We'll use this to make them discard 2 instead. I mean, if there's going to be a bunch of control decks, then this will be great against them. Absurd Heroine, how's it going? We just built a mono black Tergrid deck because that's what the chat wanted to do. So now I'm running through the gauntlet with it. Soul Shatter's not going to do much here. Opponent has 3 cards left. If we play this... Alright, sure. I'm a Huckleberry. I'll waste some treasure. Worst comes to worst, we'll just take 2 turns in a row to play Skull Raid. Sure. We'll leave you with that. I mean, if you get a land, you're just going to kill our Duder anyway, right? Foreboding Fruit. Draw suit. Okay, I didn't even know that was a card. What the hell? Oh, because I'm playing in the open queue. Forgot. I'm not playing in the standard queue. Standard 2022. Let's go ahead and Skull Raid the opponent. They're opting to get rid of Extinction Event and Blood on the Snow. Okay. This is where we want to draw a man land. We just started tonight, so the games are fine so far. Alright. We're going to need to find our 5th land. Oh, actually, or just this dude. He will do nicely. 3 hits from this will be excellent. Fantastic. That's what we like to see. That'll be great, too. Speed up that clock. Alright. Now we're in pretty solid shape. Because that's 8 damage next turn. I mean, you can draw a card? Sure. Alright. I'm assuming we have Dead Scavenger. Okay. Agonizing Remorse should go to 7. I'm assuming that's a kill card, or the game's just over. Alright. This seems reasonable. I need to activate 4 and then play. Yeah, sure. Why not? No, they didn't have anything. Okay. Well, there we go. And then if you deal with that, or you have something they can't deal with early, they just die. Yeah, we'll keep this. This seems fine. Oh. Okay. Oh, that's a thing. This is a real question. I don't know if I want to take the treasure here or not. I guess it depends on what they play here. Though maybe we should still do it. Oh, a pickaxe. That's a thing. See, now this is weird because I sort of want to take the treasure just to use the inscription and kill their creature. Sure, okay. Either way, we're taking the treasure here. It just depends on what we draw next turn. Okay, that didn't solve anything for us. I mean, if we do that, then we can Soul Shatter the next turn, then we can Skull Raid. So, like, yeah, I guess that's fine. Destroy target creature. There we go. Dun 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 dun. So yeah, now we can Soul Shatter, then Skull Raid, and then maybe if we draw another Snowland, start doing stuff with our Faceless Haven. Oh boy, here comes a bunch of mana. What is the opponent going to do? Nothing is the answer. So they obviously didn't do anything because they want to set up something. So I'm trying to decide if I want to make them just... I think we just wait. We just go after whatever they play with the Soul Shatter. Like, whatever big thing hits the board, we just get rid of that. I think that's our action here. Because I assume they're going to crack Evolving Wilds, play a land. That gives them, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana if they want it. And then they'd be down to 2 cards, and then we could Skull Raid the difference. So that seems reasonable. And we have our Snowland, so we could start setting up to attack with the Faceless Haven after that. Now, if they don't have a land, this makes this a lot less exciting. Because then they'll still have a card to play after the Skull Raid, which is going to get a little complicated. Scythe Cat. Well, I was not expecting to see that. That was not the card I thought we were going to get to Soul Shatter. Yeah, okay, sure. Really? That's it? It's weird to be disappointed in my opponent, but I am highly disappointed in my opponent. I mean, you just sacrificed the Scythe Cat opponent. Yeah? Oh, that'd be nice later. Alright, we're going to get those other 2 cards. Huh. Okay. Pickaxe and a land. Oh, we're going to take a big hit here. Okay. Well, big hit it is. We're going to take, what's that? 6? Because it's +2? Yeah. I mean, we're at 18. We just go to 12, so it's not that big a deal. And then they're pretty much just left with Cobra, so that's fine. Humiliate does not do anything particular here. We are just going to pass, though. Hopefully this is nothing we have to worry about, but it is. Okay, I guess the good news is we could block a Cobra. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so we can throw 1 Onyx out there just as a sacrificial fodder. Okay, they didn't want to see it. We keep this. I mean, we get stuck later possibly without white land, but okay, well, maybe not. All right, we'll attack. I'm going to assume the opponent's just sitting on a counter. If they are, I think we want them to counter the Nighthawk, actually. If it's not a counter, then they're just going to draw 2 cards. I would say you have to have reasonable deduction skills to play Magic. I don't know if you have to be smart to play Magic. I don't necessarily think that's one and the same. You know what? I should have done this first, because I could have got some extra points out on the Nighthawk if that's actually not a counter. Because to be fair, they might have, like, sweepers or something they're planning on trying to play next turn. So... What if we do this? This probably gets a counter. Because they could just as well have, like, Shadow's Verdict and get rid of our board. Okay, so they just played a Saw It Coming. Alright, I'm going to just let it ride. I don't really know what they're doing here. They didn't go for it. Since we have the land in hand, I'm going to put this at risk. Let them use a removal card here. Whoa, they don't even have a removal card there? What? What? What's going on? I am baffled right now. Alright, I guess we go for it. I mean, if you have a sweeper, you have a sweeper. F it. I mean, we'll just... This is how desperate we are? We're countering gas? I mean, technically, I guess it would have been lethal next turn. Oh, no, it would have been 1 short, actually. It would have only been 8. Okay. You know what? Let's keep this. Let's see what happens. We're on a roll. One of these will not work after a point. But in the meantime, we're going to keep doing things. Mono blue. Otay then. Taika for 1. I mean, if people are going to keep bringing the slow control-y things, then I mean, I guess this is what we do. King Doogie. Hello. Davey J, welcome. Lots of the regulars flowing through today. Alright, well, we're going to make the opponent discard some things. They're going to show us 2 since we have a cleric. Whoa, Xanathar. You know what? I'm just going to let my opponent have cards. Or, I mean, have Xanathar. Like, them finding cards is worse for us right now. Plus, when they go to cast Xanathar, we'd be able to do something about it. Alright, opponent. We need you to discard some cards, please. Alright, attack for 3. We might just do 3 a turn. We're going to have to get 5 attack steps in. This might just be who we are now. I'm going to have to hope they don't have a Shadow's Verdict, because we're just going in. Hold the multiverse, sure. Yeah. A Mimic. Pay 2, it becomes a 3/3? Okay. Well, we have some trickery for that. Ooh, Loth would be nice. Don't know if we're going to get to resolve one, but it'd be cool. Poison the cup. How much do I care about that? Oh, I can't do anything about it, actually. Yeah, all right. I'm missing both land and white land, so color and quantity actually was a problem here. Though now we're in a little bit of a spot, because if they do decide to activate the Mimic and we draw a land, we might still just let something die. Does this make things exile? You exile the sphere. All creatures and planeswalkers with mana value. That sucks. Okay. How much did it cost? Oh, it's during their upkeep. Okay. Well, we did find a land, so that's not the worst thing. Downside is we can't really make spiders from Loth because they get exiled. Right? Being able to exile the sphere, all creatures, planeswalker. Yeah. Alright. So we're just going to give it a go on Loth. Let's see what happens here. This could get negated. It does not, however. We'll draw a card.
I will show you what happens when the spy. Go on. Run.
Nice, nice. That is not bad at all. That is not bad at all. So I give this a lot of options. It lets us play Humiliate. It's mana. It's the other Snowland for the Faceless Haven.
If you do not
oh, this is good.
You are my enemy. Cower before the elements.
All right, so Loth goes down.
I'll show you what I do to traitors.
Okay, we have choices. What do we wish to do? Let me see. Okay, I have to wait on the 2 truths and a lie. This is tough. I mean, we could do this and then just have to get rid of... No, this only gets creatures. So we could make them discard that... You know what? Let's draw a card first. Another Soul Shatter.
My hatred lives.
If we activate this, we could attack Nissa, but that's not enough. I guess we just make them get rid of Nissa here. I mean, they'll be able to activate the Mimic. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Do we want to risk trying to kill the Mimic? And then hit them with the... Alright, let's pass. I think it's worth the risk. Because opponent's only at 5. So if they end up spending all their mana here to activate and protect, like we can put them down to 1 at a minimum. Okay, that's the thing. I guess it's a good thing we held on to the Soul Shatter. Because that's a hell of a thing. Alright, now we can activate this. We can make the opponent discard. Put a counter on the Faceless Haven, and then that's lethal. There you go. Alright, we're definitely keeping this. Like, we can't throw this back. Though I think our plan is Disciple, Inscription, Disciple. Unless our hand comes up differently here. You die very quickly. Yeah, like, I could survive. Like, I know a fair amount, but there's just a point where it would just be hard, man. Like, You get to missing people and everything else. Alone's a pretty crazy show. It's a good social experiment. Do you have a spell to play, opponent? Would you like to? If not, I would like a turn. Thank you. Alright, so I'm assuming they're playing mono green aggro. Means our best play probably is going to be the Inscription, followed by Elderfang Disciple. And then we're going to need some type of kill card, I think, after that. I mean, there's a chance they play the Werewolf here, and then we have a decision on if we just want to kill the Werewolf or not. Okay, there's the Werewolf. Now we're kind of tasked with a decision. Do we kill the wolf? Do we make them discard cards? Oh, boy. I mean, we could, if we really wanted to, we could play Disciple and Shambling Geist, and then just dedicate to triple blocking, and then just play a Tergrid straight up next turn, and then try to Inscription, and see if we get the free things they discard. Because they're playing a bunch of creatures. I'm gonna enact this plan. This plan's probably bad, but I like where it's going. So let's try it. No guts, no glory. I mean, if they have, like, fight spells or something, then so be it. No attacks. We're on the full block. Even if they have another, like, I don't know, Snakeskin Veil or whatever, like, so be it. They may not, though, if they're not wanting to attack here. Oh, they are. Alright, so they're actually going to put us to the test if they decide to Snakeskin Veil. Oh, they're going to Inscription straight up. Okay. That's actually not that bad, truthfully. Alright, so we have to hope they don't have another Inscription now. If they have another Inscription, we're in trouble. If we play Tergrid. I mean, we could also just kill that, though, is the problem. Ah, boy. What do we do, chat? What do we do? What does chat want to see me do? Do we want to play Tergrid and then go for it next turn and try to get some free stuff? Or do we want to just kill the Werewolf and play it safe and then just play, like, Acquisitions Expert? Your choice. I let the opponent know we're thinking. Because I'm fine. Either line of play sounds fun. Do we Tergrid or do we play the other two spells? Because we can empty the opponent's hand here. Alright. Scorpy says he wants a Tergrid. Alright. I'm going to do it then. If we die, this is Scorpy's fault. No, oh, well, okay, never mind. Riser says play it safe. Actually, you know what? We're just going to go Tergrid. We're going to will the opponent to not have an Inscription. If they do, we just lose, I think. Actually, we don't really lose, I guess, because then we can just kill the Werewolf anyway. The next turn, so that's fine. We just have to hope they have something in hand worth us getting. Alright, Prosperous Innkeeper, which means they get to play another card. If they have something for 3. We are not blocking, so we're going to go to 15. And... oh, please don't play anything else. Don't play anything else. I want both those cards. Come on, opponent. Be cool. Be cool. I mean, if it was another Inscription, they would have just played it, right? Oh, alright. Hopefully this works. I don't know what it is that they opted not to play, but let's find out. Come on, be something good. It's not like a troll or anything, because they would have just played that, I imagine. Ooh, maybe we get something like a Battle Mammoth? That would be great. No, because they would have just foretold that. Oh, yes. Give me... Oh, actually, I should have tapped differently, actually. I could have played the Acquisitions Expert here, too. Yeah, if I would have had the Acquisitions Expert, that would have been a lot cooler. Now the question is, can we win this race? If we attack for 8, and then we remove... Oh, we don't even get to remove creatures from their yard. That sucks. Well, we can attack for 8, put them to 12. We can take 6 and go to 9, and that's assuming they don't draw anything else. So they could attack with this. So we could go end up at 6. But we could also end up just playing Onyx next turn. I'm going to go for it. Let's do it. I mean, you got to draw something. You can do it or not, opponent. All right. Because the other reality is, if they tap out to attack us, we do have lethal because they're at 12. If they draw a creature, things change a little bit here. But yeah, if I'd have thought about it and tapped differently, I didn't even consider the fact they could have had a land in hand. And I could have left one of these open. And then we could have played an Acquisitions Expert. But, there's a Blizzard Brawl. Sad, sad. Okay. Well, now we need to draw a land for Professor Onyx, I think. You might as well attack for 1 and get in there, opponent. Yeah. Minimum. 6, 7, 8. Put us down to 10. Yippers. Oh, no. No. That is not what we needed. Ah, bad times. Bad times. Okay, so what do we do here? We still don't have any creatures in the yard. Yeah, we needed really just a straight-up removal card for the pack leader. But I have to admit, I mean, tapping incorrectly and not accounting for the possibility of being a land, and that kept us from being able to play the Acquisitions Expert that would have let us kill off that last turn. So let's see what happens. I mean, if they have another pump spell, we're probably just dead, right? Because we're going to take at least 3, 4, and go to 6. We're going to put both of these in front of the werewolf. Hope they don't have a way to pump it. Ooh, Vorinclex is a problem. Yep, that's going to cause a real issue. Especially with the opponent getting another card here. Yeah, opponent should have just attacked with the Prosperous Innkeeper, but I guess it's good for us they didn't. Alright, this is all we can really do. Alright, we at least have a chump blocker for next turn, so that's not the worst thing. Ooh, Loth. You don't really do what we need you to do, though. Oh, I come in with one less counter. Damn it. Half the number of counters. No, no oops. It's just like I can't do anything with it anyway. Because even Loth wouldn't have done anything. Yep, we're dead skis. Chamomile tea. Okay, sure. Let's do it to it. Alright, Shambling Gas. Seems to be the card of choice for a lot of decks these days. Would have liked to have drawn... I don't know. We'll see. I need a black land, though, really, more than anything else. Oh, boy. So just Rakdos Treasure is probably what this is? No block. We'll take the one right now. I mean, our goal is to really limit the opponent on resources, so giving him another treasure here is kind of counterproductive for what we're trying to do. That will be good later. What do we got going on? Gonna kill my acquisitions expert? So they could just Frostbite anyway. Ooh. I probably want to get the Deadly Dispute, actually. Alright, I think that's what I want to take. We're still a couple of turns away from them playing a Goldspan Dragon, so I'm not going to sweat that too much. No attacks. Don't mess up. I was going to say, don't use your Frostbite yet, opponent. You do it on this turn. Which will likely just bait the opponent into using the Frostbite by attacking. And then see if we can follow. Hopefully draw a land for the Skull Raid. If not, we'll just have to play like Nighthawk or something. Not attacking with the Shambling Ghast. Okay. Sure. Alright, come on. You were close, deck. You tried. I appreciate the effort, though. Alright, so we don't really get much for playing the Nighthawk here, so let's go ahead and just do this. The only benefit would be if we just wanted the opponent's hand empty. But no reason to attack there. We just give opponent another land. If we had left mana up and we were going to Soul Shatter when they play the dragon, probably wouldn't matter as much. But here, if they play a land, we know the land doesn't do much. Which is kind of what we're hoping for. So the next turn we get to Skull Raid and possibly do something. Oh, that's freaking annoying. Son of a... I have some choice words for that Valky. The good news is we do have a Soul Shatter, so there's that. And they don't have the mana to really even turn it into a Tergrid yet. So when we're ready, we can have a Tergrid. Alright, so here we want to draw a land. An untapped land. So we could play Skull Raid, play Scavenger, then follow up with our Soul Shatter action. Here we might block a Shambling Ghast. I'm debating if we do or not. No, we don't. We just go to 15. That's enough life. With us having a Scavenger, we're not going to worry about it. Perfect. So we do this. And get them 2 cards. And honestly here, even if we just block a Eye Twitch, they don't even have double black to be able to sacrifice something and kill a creature. So that's actually not bad for us. And then here we go ahead and attack because we don't really care. Like, you're not going to block with Valky, obviously. Come on. Alright. Alright, we bought all the time we could for the Scavenger. Like, it's your time to shine, buddy. This is your moment. Mom spaghetti, don't ruin it. Well, they obviously want the mana. I'm not interested. If you drew another... I was going to say, if you drew another Frostbite, then so be it. I would have just dealt with it. Alright. I think we go ahead and attack. Like, do I care? Alright. We'll pass for now. I mean, we have a lot of choices of things we can do. We can activate a land and block. We could block across the board with our creatures. We could Soul Shatter, get something from the Valky. Like, sure. They get a treasure here. They would have 4 mana. Actually, you know what? We're going to gain 4 anyway. So we gain 4, lose 3. That's fine. Alright, so I'm going to search for a land. But yeah, we literally have no reason to even worry about those Shambling Gas. Alright. Let's just go ahead and get our Tergrid back here. Not even going to play the Lantern. We're just going in on it. Like, you want to sack something and kill a Tergrid? So be it. We don't even care. Because that's their choice. And our creatures are big enough. We're not worried about a -1. Actually, no, they'd exile anyway, so they wouldn't even get the bonus death trigger from the Ghast. And if they kill something, they're doing nothing else for the turn. No, not at all. This is just what chat wanted to put together earlier. So I'm writing with their request. Opponent, why are you even attacking? I don't understand this at all. I guess we just activate the land. Like, what else are we gonna do? Get rid of a creature, I suppose. But they're still attacking for some unknown reason, because they could definitely... Oh, because it was just a Shambling Gas. Fair enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. Activate this duder. Get in there. We'll remove Valky, because that's probably going to be a problem. Okay. Alright, so like I said, if you like Tergrid decks, you like discard decks, this is totally going to be right up your alley. Your alley. Man, I cannot speak late at night, but right down your alley. And no surprise, right? This did exactly what we expected it to do. It's still very good in regular standard. It's still very good here in standard 22. And you actually get a few different angles because you're starting to see some people trying to come up with more control-y type decks. Well, when you have a bunch of discard, the control decks actually don't like that. And that plays into your hand very well. So that plays well. And then also you have all the creature lands. So it's actually pretty good for those fights. And if you're playing against something like mono green or whatever, you at least have a fair amount of spot removal. You have some death touch creatures. You have some sacrifice effects. So all those things can help you out in those battles as well. So you do have at least tools to battle everything, and that's pretty cool. The only thing I would say is maybe we could go in some way where we get rid of maybe like 1 Soul Shatter and 1 of something else to possibly play like 2 Blood on the Snow. I think that could be useful if you're playing best of 1. If you're playing best of 3, you're obviously not playing best of 3 standard 22, but if you want to play this deck in best of 3, you definitely want to put those in your sideboard. Now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about a kind of unassuming card in Street Wraith. And the reason I bring this up, but this card is actually now, I believe, getting to $6 or more. And that's kind of crazy. It shouldn't be that much. But hey, here's the thing. It's a card that's even been reprinted a couple times. It's still very popular. And we're getting to the point that now that people are venturing out to play more paper Magic, cards that are good and modern, doesn't matter what they are, all starting to go up in value because people are trying to put deck lists together. You also have people that have only been playing Arena or Magic Online that are now trying to build stuff in paper. So that's pushing a lot of those values up too. So something like Street Wraith that's actually in a couple of decks and actually very good, it's not a surprise it's going to see some increase in value. You can still find some various versions probably in the $3 or $4 range, but just know that all of them are starting to move up. So if you need them, now's the time to go get them. If you have them, this may be a good time to start looking to sell or trade them. Don't forget, if you want today's deck list, it will be down in the description below, along with so many other things you need to check out, like namely coming by our Discord, because we have 500 members of the Brood in there hanging out. And, you know, we have some streams. And just like last night, you might have some input. You may have something you want to see. Well, that's a way to get me to play whatever deck you want me to. Or maybe even just get me to look at your decks. But you can also do that over in our Discord. So come by, say hi, see what's up. And don't forget, if you haven't, please like, subscribe, notify, all that good stuff. Y'all have been doing that so much the last couple of weeks, and it has really helped the channel. We're seeing so many more subscribers. We're seeing an increase in views. So please keep on keeping on. It's helping so very much. But that's all I have for you for now. We will see you next time.